just finished my last video and I went to go check and see what my next video is going to be, because I kind of have it planned out through like the end of February-ish, and then I have like all my pending ideas, and I'm debating. So my next video is fine, but I really am excited for the video after that. So I'm wondering if I should just swap them. Doop doop. Nobody's gonna know, right? Like, nobody's gonna know, but I know that it's not right. And the reason I want to swap them is because I just made a purse yesterday, and the video is supposed to be, hold on you guys, my daughter is messing with a shoe.
Don't break it off.
No, mama, don't do that. I just made a purse yesterday and I showed it in my other video. The next video is supposed to be a purse, like a different kind. I bought a pattern for it. It's the very popular like egg bag with t-shirt yarn. But I really want to do, the other video because I just made a purse. So I think, oh, you like my plushies? Thank you. I really want to do the other video, so I'm going to switch it. So welcome to the vlog. We're going to be creating Anchor the Octopus. Can't you see why I'm so excited? The octopus has gone completely viral like last year, and everyone was making it. And I finally bought the yarn to make the giant octopus, and I can't wait. Like, it's going to be here. Like, you see this open space? Octopus. And then along with that, I'm creating 2 beanies by, I think the patterns are by Ty Bailie, I think. I'll put it on the screen, don't know. But I'm excited, like, I've been eyeing these for forever. I've been eyeing all of his patterns because you guys know I love tapestries. He has so many good tapestries. Like, I want to buy them all, but, you know, budget. This is my baby. So yeah, I did buy his beanie pattern, and I'm going to be making 2, one for each of my daughters. You guys know I like to do that, but they're going to be different. They're going to be like similar, but different colors. And I'm not even going to tell you, it's all ocean themed. So all his stuff is ocean themed. I think like 10% of all the proceeds that he gets go to like ocean wildlife or something, or marine. I'll put it, I don't know. But yeah, I love his work. But all right, let's get into it. I'm going to start making Anchor the Octopus. Hey, don't fall. I'm going to start making Anchor the Octopus, and then I'm going to do the beanies. This is my first vlog in a few weeks because I've been doing like sit down and chatty videos. So I'm chatty. But yeah, I'm excited for this. Hi, baby. Hi. What's going on? Nice to see you. All right, y'all. Gotta go. Bye. These are the yarns I'm going to use to make my octopus. So yeah, I'm going to start now, and I'm just going to take the colorful one for the tentacles. I'm in the car rider line, and I was thinking about using the time to take a nap, but let's be honest, I need to get started on my octopus if I'm going to do the octopus and 2 beanies. Also, I'm honestly really excited to start this pattern. This is my first time working with super bulky yarn. I usually only use weight 5. So like my favorite is Posh, the Posh line from Big Twist, but I also really like the Baby Bear. I have tried Parfait Chunky, and I do like it, but of the 4 skeins that I had purchased from them, some of them were better than others. And that, I feel like I don't get that with, I found it. I feel like that doesn't happen to me with Big Twist. With Big Twist, I've liked the yarn consistently the same. So all of it has been pretty consistent all the way through. And maybe I just need to try Parfait Chunky more. My biggest issue is that it takes like 2 weeks to ship to me. And then by the time I'm ready to order, because I do my orders at the beginning of the month for whatever I'm going to make that next month if I don't have the yarn. If I have the yarn, I don't order. I haven't had that happen yet because I'm still growing my yarn collection. But from what I've seen, people are almost always still growing their yarn collection. So I do have a lot of acrylic yarn, and I do have some of the like a good amount of like the size 5 yarn. But it's like whenever I see a project, I'm like, oh, I want to make that, but then I think I don't have that yarn. I don't have a good yarn color for that. I looked over this octopus pattern for like a brief second, And do I have any concerns? I don't really have any concerns about my ability to do the pattern. I think the only thing I'm like, am I gonna be able to do that, is when you like connect all the tentacles together, not the tentacle to the suction cups, but all the tentacles together. It's a little confusing, but I'm getting good. Like, compared to where I used to be even like a couple of months ago in crocheting, I'm feeling so much more confident. It's not even a joke how much confidence I've gained like in the past few months. And I can honestly say like all the confidence comes from literally just like constantly crocheting. I can't count and talk, so we're gonna lock in. Okay, you know, we're gonna lock in, and I'm gonna put you on a montage. I'm not even gonna do a long one because I think this video within itself is gonna be long. So yeah. So I've completed 3 tentacles, and I'm gonna take a break because my hands hurt. This is my first time working with blanket yarn, and it's, I don't know, it just takes more to kind of like push and pull it through. So in an effort to treat my hands well, because I would like them to last me for the rest of my life, I'm gonna take a break. So far, the pattern, I love how mindless doing the tentacles is. I am questioning my decision to use this color. I don't love it, but this is where we are, and I can't change it. So yeah, well, hopefully it will look good. I don't have high hopes, but I'm just gonna keep going and wish me lucky. I'll check back in another time. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to go to Joann's and return these yarns. Not return, but like trade in, because I want to get ice white since this is ice white. I don't like this yarn. I want baby bear, the brown baby bear color. This was the wrong color. I meant to get a different color, pink. And then obviously that's the same for my octopus. So I'm just gonna swap them out. I hate these. I genuinely do not like them, but whatever. I'm just gonna suck it up at this point. Nothing else I can do. I'm ending it here tonight. I did get done 6 tentacles. That's all I have to say about that. I think I've said in a past video that I am very much like an all or nothing type of person. Like, if it's not going to be the way I want it, I'd rather not. But for the sake of trying to be better, and is it what, adaptable, versatile, open-minded? Like, I don't know what it is I'm shooting for with continuing this project, even though it's not exactly how it was in my head, but I'm just gonna do it, and we're gonna get the octopus. I'm going to Joann's tomorrow. I'll take you guys with me, and I'm gonna swap out the cream for white because I think it'll look better with the white that's already in there. And yeah, that's it. That's all. It's really sunny. I'm about to head over to Joann's, you guys. I just like I put my daughter to sleep and like ran out the door. Okay, because she's gonna wake up and I have other things to do. So I kind of look a mess, but I'm gonna head over to Joann's really quickly. And I'm kind of excited about the sun. It's been really cold, so it's gonna be like in the 50s today. So that's really nice. I was able to complete 7 tentacles with 1 skein of yarn. This is how much is left from that skein. So I did when I went to Joann's, I did get another one. My little is here, but yeah. I'm respecting her privacy right now because she has eczema and I don't want to show that. I look tired, but I wanted to chat because I just finished my first skein of yarn, like the white one, to do the tentacles. And here is 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. So that whole skein only got me 4 tentacles. And I think I've already expressed my opinion on the suction portion of the tentacles. And my husband keeps asking me when I'm gonna quit. So the thing is, guys, that I don't even know how to say it. I'm trying to be as real as I can with you guys and like not put out this like fake edited version of myself. And the unedited real version of me is like, I don't want to do this anymore. Not just because I don't like the rainbow, but also because I'm not really enjoying making this. Like, maybe it's the yarn, it's not the pattern. So I did, when I was doing the pattern, I don't know if you've ever done it before, for the tentacles, you chain a certain amount, then you do 2 rows of, I'm not trying to give out her pattern, but you do like 2 rows on top of that, and then you connect the tentacles. Well, I did that for the first one, and I was like, for what? I'm just gonna do a half double foundationless chain, and then I don't have to do a chain, half double, and then a single, whatever it is, right? So I was like, okay. So I did that moving forward, and they look identical. You can't tell, and it works up so much better because the way it works, right? Like, you're sticking this on here, and you're crocheting it together, but then when you get to one side, you're working into the chain of the white part, but you're also working into the chain of your inner piece. So it's a disaster. Like, I hated it. So I did the half double crochet foundation row, and that way when I went to attach this piece, I had I had crochets on both sides that I could work into. Aside from that, I have only one more skein of the white, and if I got 4 here and I have 4 left, then I have no yarn for the body. And I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not enjoying this pattern enough, or I'm not enjoying this process enough. Let me say that. To buy an entire another skein of $7-8 white yarn. When I read the pattern, and the pattern told me I needed $2.75 or something, and I should have, I'm looking around. I'm looking for the paper of this thing. I got it. So I believe the pattern said $2.75 yards. This is 153. I have 2 of them. That means I have 306. And I know with tension and stuff, everybody's could be a little bit different, but I have a little extra. So, and then, I don't know. I think I'm being picky. I don't know if I'm going to put this in the video. I don't want you guys to think I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. Has this ever happened to you? Put it down in the comments. Have you ever gotten to a project and you were so excited to do it, but then when you did it, it just wasn't what you thought? And maybe it's just that because I crochet so slow that like this project has taken me a long time. I at least want it to be halfway done by the end of the weekend, and I just don't think I'm gonna get there because it hurts my hands so bad. Doing this really, really hurts my hands. So there's that. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I want to do. Well, that's my check-in for today. My baby's crying. I have to go. I finished my last tentacle. It's blurry. Cut it out. I'm over it. I finished my last tentacle. I have that much yarn left, which is not going to be enough to complete the rest of the project, and I don't have any more, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I think I might be considering this a fail, but we'll chat more about it tomorrow because it's midnight and I need to go to sleep. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow to talk more about this octopus situation. Good morning, you guys. It's been a crazy one. So on Mondays, like, I do a little bit more than usual because my husband goes into the office, and I look rough. And there was a car accident at the pickup line today, so it took me a little minute to get from there, and from there to here. I don't know. Oh, and I got sunscreen in my eye. It hurts so bad. Yeah, I got sunscreen in my eye. It hurts so bad. Okay, that's all I have to say this morning. I don't crochet on Mondays. My videos go live on Mondays, And then I like try to give myself a break all Monday until like the evening. I'll crochet then. But I know I said Mondays I don't be doing stuff, but like it's already Monday, guys. So I'm so behind. So on my lunch break, I went ahead and took, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Is it Bailie? So I have Ty Bailie's, stop that mamas. Stop that mamas. I have Ty Bailie's beanies. And so I went ahead and basically made my pattern. So basically what his tutorial or his pattern is, it's like concepts of a plan. So you don't really get a step by step, every single stitch, every single count, like Beanie. You kind of have to take the base that he gives you and then make your beanie. It did take me quite a while to figure out my my situation here. Girlfriend, please say hi. He gives you like a base for like a small hat, a medium hat, or a large hat, things like that. So I'm not trying to show off his pattern, so I'm trying to open my computer while she's gone. Hold on. It's up to you to like write your pattern, pick your graph, make it your size. But that's not to say anything against Ty. Like his work and the way he explains everything is phenomenal. There's videos in here, and then he gives you like the stitch fiddle links and everything. So like no shade to Ty. It's great. I'm just kind of still a beginner, and I think this is an advanced beginner pattern. It is a good pattern if you know how to turn, you know, ingredients into a cake. There is a good analogy. He gives you all the ingredients, but you got to put it all together to make your cake. This is my cake over here. These are my ingredients. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyways, that's all. I've never used cotton yarn before, but I would just like to go on record saying that this stuff feels terrible, like to the touch. Obviously, it's going to be a beanie, so I don't care too much, but my sensory issues are like bouncing off the walls. I can't even get the words out. Cause it's just like glitching my brain when I touch it. So to have to work with it is going to be, I don't know why it feels like this. Do you guys work with this? Maybe in like smaller quantities, I won't be able to feel it as much. The way it feels on my fingers kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm going to try it though, and I'll let y'all know how it goes. Alrighty, y'all, here's what I finished tonight. It's 11:30, and I have some admin things to do before I go to sleep, but I basically started the tapestry part to row 12, and I'm super glad that I did my notes because I'm basically constantly thinking of two patterns, right? So from here to here is a pattern, which is the beanie pattern. And then inside these stitch markers is the tapestry pattern. And then back this way, I'm remembering the beanie pattern. So having all my counts and exactly how I want everything written down helps me when I get a little confused or if I can't remember. And I think of the whole beanie in rows of 4 because the beanie pattern is like broken down into like 4 rows and then repeat rows 1 through 4. I think the whole last little bit, I didn't even listen to anything, not a podcast, not a YouTube video, not a TV show. I was just focused on it. But at the same time, it was relaxing. So it's weird. It's not easy it's not easy or thoughtless, but it's not so challenging that I don't like it. All right, now I have to go into my computer and make a little spreadsheet. I need to wipe this off. My daughter uses it all the time. If you guys are following me on TikTok, you know that I said I'm going to be doing a puff stitch flower for every person that gives me a follower, up to 500 followers. So I'm going to go ahead and get that situated now, and I'll see y'all later tomorrow. Okay, so I made myself finish it tonight. Well, finish the tapestry portion tonight, and I did. So what I'm going to go ahead and do tomorrow is measure my daughter and see like what it's looking like. So I was initially worried that I wasn't going to be able to make one small enough for my youngest. But for example, the next tapestry is only like 1 row longer than this. And this is not full head. This is not a head size yet. So I definitely think I'm going to be able to do it. I did 16 rows over here prior to the tapestry. So if it needs to be 16 more rows over here, he doesn't give you an exact number after your first 15 centimeters prior to doing your tapestry. He said to just do it until you're good with the measurement. Lots more work to do on it, but I'll be able to finish it tomorrow. It's just the orange straight through. That'll be super quick. But I do love the way he turned out. I think he's super cute. All right, you guys, because I had the ludicrous idea to make a supporters blanket, which for every person that gives me a follow on TikTok or a subscribe on YouTube, I am making them, sorry about that, I am making them little puffy flowers, and I'm going to turn all of the flowers into a blanket. So because of that idea, I am going to have to push back this video about Anchor the Octopus and, you know, the ocean beanies, because I have to start making these flowers. Like, I just did not expect, you know, to wake up today to 100 subscribers on YouTube. I understand that for some people that's not a lot, but for me, it was a goal. Like, I was like, oh, if I could just hit 100 subscribers, you know, and know that there are people out there who want to watch the content that I'm creating or just want to crochet like while watching my videos, because that was a dream when I made this channel. It wasn't about monetization or hundreds of thousands of people like wanting to follow me. It was just like, is there going to be a few people out there that want to watch my videos like while they crochet the way I watch, you know, other YouTubers videos while I'm crocheting? And to just kind of see that like coming to life is just so surreal. And I'm so grateful for all of my subscribers and the people that follow me on TikTok. I know that TikTok might be getting banned, but I'm glad that some of them have come over here and that we can hang out. So I am going to be posting a crochet and chat, my first crochet and chat. All my crochet and chats are going to be like pajama party themed. So I'm going to be in my pajamas. We're going to be super cozy and we're going to just chat, and I'm going to be crocheting these flowers for the blankets. And I also think I'm going to try to go live tonight on TikTok because I've never done it, but I'm so nervous. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do it because I'm genuinely like, I'm nervous. Everyone, when I go and watch other people's lives, they're like, oh, it's chill. Just do it. Just do it. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm doing, but maybe. I really think I'm going to try to do it because, like, why not? TikTok might be going away in 4 days. And if that's the case, you know, the people that have gone ahead and followed me over there, they might pop in and say hi while I'm creating their flowers. And that's cool. So I think I'm going to try to do it. I can't go on until after I put my daughter to bed. So it won't be like 7:30. So it'll be like 7:38. But even if no one watches, I did it. I tried it, right? Like that's going to be my theme this year. Like, I tried it. I did it. I don't have to wonder what if, right? I don't have to wonder, like, if I had done that, would things be different? If I had tried that, would I have been farther along? Or if I had done this or this, like if I get an idea, I'm going to do my best to execute because that's the only way I'm going to know that I put everything in and the results that I got were everything I could. Does that make sense? I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense and I'm not being a crazy person. Also, I can kind of give you some behind the scenes footage of this flower situation because it's crazy. So I have some flowers already in here because I started making them. And then because I had almost every color of yarn like just laying here and my daughter was just messing with them, I made a bunch of little ones so that I can make flowers with these and leave them here because my desk goes up and I can like move it out of her 1-year-old little hands and make my flowers. Alrighty, so I wanted to hop on and show the finished beanie, even though this is not going to be the beanie that anyone uses because it's unwearable. It's too big for my youngest in terms of height. So this is the smallest pattern that he has on there. So I won't be able to make one for her. And for my oldest daughter, because I did the slip stitches down at the bottom, which he said if you're going to cuff the beanie to do these 3 slip stitches so it doesn't overly stretch out. Well, because I did that, it doesn't actually fit on her head. And I I just made this entire beanie until I ran out of yarn. So granted, it's probably not his pattern. It's just that I needed to have more yarn and I was not buying more of this yarn that I hate. So I said, let me just go ahead, sew it up and kind of see what happens. So that is what I did. And while this thing looks so cute, I'm definitely gonna hang it on my pegboard as like a decoration. It looks cute, but it's just not functional because we can't wear it. But I'm gonna make her another one in acrylic yarn because I still believe in this pattern and I believe in this being like something that could be really, really cute. I just don't think that this yarn is the yarn for me. It is stretchy like in this area, like it's so stretchy in here, but down here there's no stretch. I don't like the feel of it. It is a weight for yarn, so it's not like I'm changing the weight of the yarn. I'm just gonna do it in acrylic and see what happens. And she asked for light blue, so I'm gonna do it light blue. And I'm gonna return that green, and I'm not even gonna make one for Arya. What I think I'll do instead is, I think I like the shark that he has on there, and I might make like a little mini tapestry with that shark because I think that would be super cute if I have the colors. I don't know if I have the colors. Okay, you guys, we're clearly in, I want to make sure I'm in frame. We're clearly in a different setup, and that is because I have so much going on and just like everything's kind of all over the place now that I'm not posting my vlog on Monday and I'm gonna do a crochet and chat video. So I haven't, and I've been looking so bummy. I haven't felt like getting up or getting dressed. I've been crocheting, so that's not the problem. It's just been that I haven't wanted to really look decent enough to record some of my thoughts and feelings on the things I've been crocheting. So let's hop into that. As you guys know, I had very strong feelings about my Anchor the Octopus, and sometimes when that happens, I tend to like, what's the word? So I was gonna fail it and just not finish it, but there's this part of me that just will not let me not finish a project. I can't just leave it. It's an open tab in my brain and it's just sitting there like, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, and every once in a while it'll ping. But I had ran out of yarn for it, even though per the pattern, I like my hair really wet, you guys. Per the pattern, I had plenty of yarn. Obviously I didn't. So I was like, I'm just gonna mark this project as a fail because I'm not gonna go and buy more yarn to finish something that I'm already not liking. That just didn't make sense to me. And then, so that's where my mind went. It was done. I was done with it. And then it just kept kind of popping back up in the back of my mind. So I was like, okay, maybe I can't fail this. I finished my beanie, the orca beanie that I was making from Ty Bailie's pattern. And I think I had previously stated that I absolutely hated working with Lily Sugar and Cream. And then when I finished the beanie, I had just run out of yarn. So I sewed it up the back and was like, let's hope for the best that it fits. Well, of course it didn't fit because I've said previously, I got a big head, my kids got big heads. So it didn't fit either of my children. So I was like, okay, this is a fail, but the beanie looks good. So I have it like hanging in my craft room because the beanie itself, it looks amazing. I am not mad at the way the beanie looks. It's just that the beanie doesn't actually fit anyone. So it's kind of pointless. But because I really enjoyed making that, and you guys know I have a thing about beanies. I absolutely hate beanies, and I'm trying to make more of them so I can like grow out of that. I'm gonna make another one with acrylic yarn because acrylic yarn has more stretch. I like the feel of it, and I just have more acrylic yarn, so that way I don't have to worry about running out of it and then not being able to make the beanie big enough. So I'm gonna make another one for my daughter in light blue. I don't know if I'm still gonna use the whale or if I'm gonna do the stingray. I think I might do the stingray, white and black on a light blue background. So that way at least I made a different one. I'm trying to see if I can size down the height of the beanie and still fit a tapestry on it for my youngest daughter, because if not, then I won't be able to make her one. It just, the proportions won't be right. But I'm doing the math on it now to see if that's something that is possible. Oh, but anyways, back to Anchor the Octopus. What had happened was I had some Lily sugar and cream that I wasn't gonna use because I hate the stuff and I wasn't gonna make my youngest daughter a beanie with it. So I returned it. And then I bought another skein of the plush yarn for the octopus. So I started finishing that up yesterday. It's almost done. I just need to create the back of it. And it's definitely been a process. I will say the pattern is good. I don't think it's like super beginner friendly unless you have that like determination gene where it's like, I'm not gonna quit until I finish. I wouldn't say it's beginner friendly. It can be really frustrating at times when the pattern says to put all the tentacles together. I did. And then you just continue after that crocheting like in the round. So I did come to realize like 2 rounds up, I'm crocheting backwards, which means my inside stitches were looking better than my outside stitches. And it's not something that you could flip. So I finished out that round and then I just cut my yarn and reattached it to go the right way because I was not about to redo attaching all those tentacles. It's just not something that I was interested in doing or something that I was willing to do. So I didn't. What else? So that was one part of it. I feel like my eyes look different than the picture, but that could just be me. Again, I am a beginner, so I don't expect my work to be as perfect. And I think because I'm not selling anything, like that's okay with me. Like if I would be so stressed if this was something like a custom order or something that I was trying to sell to somebody because I would have to have started over multiple times already. But at least I guess if I was making it for somebody and they had picked these colors, I wouldn't feel so bad about the coloring of it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish it and it's just gonna be, you know, what it's gonna be. I do think the pattern has the potential to be really, really, really cute, just not as I am doing it now. So that's my take on Anchor the Octopus. When I went to Joann's, it was pretty late, but I felt around like some other cotton yarns and I was like, these feel so much better. They're less stiff. Like the only reason I got Lily Sugar and Cream, because I had never used cotton yarn before, was because that's what the pattern said to get. So I was just following the guidelines on the pattern. And this is my hair that I'm doing right now, you guys. This isn't something that I do every day. This is like a full curl refresh basically without having to wash my hair. It is a little bit tangly. I finally reached 100 subscribers, which I know I think I said in another clip, but like I'm just so happy about it. You don't even understand. The fact that 100 people thought I was interesting enough to subscribe to still blows my mind. Because I've always been like weird, I guess is the word I'm going for. Like growing up, I was always kind of weird. I got some passes because I was considered pretty. I wasn't the prettiest or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But I've always been a little goofy and weird and giggly and whatever, and that's fine. Now it's fine, right? When I was younger, of course, I wanted to be like everybody else. Now I know that that's fine, but some of those like residual feelings from when I was younger and I was going into starting my YouTube were still there. What if nobody likes me? What if people think I'm weird? What if nobody likes what I'm making? All of those feelings kind of like come up when you put yourself out there, and I was really worried about it, but I'm glad I did it and took a chance and just did it. And I really love making YouTube videos. I love creating the content. I love shooting it. I love editing it, although that's not my favorite. I do still enjoy it. If for whatever reason, I'm blind, y'all. So there's gonna be certain aspects where I have to kind of get close to my mirror, which is behind the camera. And if I go out of focus or something, sorry in advance. I need to clean my glasses also. I am very much a product minimum type of person. Once I love a product, I stick with it forever. So like for sunscreen, I use Supergoop. unseen, and I don't use anything else. That's all I use. And usually for foundation, I use DM Yummy Skin in shade 6. In my opinion, it's fairly expensive because like I'm not a makeup girly, but I guess expense is subjective, right? But I recently saw, do you guys know Cameron Kane? I think her name is, I don't know. She is a lot younger than me, but she's the cutest, like, crochet YouTuber. Like, I adore her, everything she makes. And she was doing like a girls like haul, and she had got this elf halo glow, and I was like, I want to try that. But y'all, I do not like glowy skin. Everything I use usually is like matte. Like my sunscreen makes my face matte. My primers usually make my face matte. So using this has been like a shock, but I don't waste things. So like if I'm gonna try something, I'm gonna use it. So I have been using it. I use it on like days where I'm not shooting intros and outros, but I want a little bit of makeup, and I kind of use it as like a tint. I literally just like, you'll see, I rub it on with my fingers because like it just, and then I buff it out. It's just not a product that I would normally use because I don't like to glow. I want to be flat. I want to be matte. For a few years, like back in the day, I was a huge makeup girly because I think I've said before, like I've loved all forms of art for as long as I can remember, but I wasn't really all that good at any of them. So even makeup, while I was doing full faces of makeup or whatever, I don't think I ever really felt like amazing about anything that I was doing with it. And for a while, it was just a way to like cover up acne, honestly, because I had really bad skin. But yeah, I am definitely not a beauty influencer, so let's move back into crochet. Also, this is too dark for me, but we're just gonna go with it. Crochet and Chat is going to be shot tonight. I'm going to edit it tomorrow. It's going to go up on Monday, and I'm going to have more time to work on some projects that actually function and are not fails for my next video. And oh, that's what I was saying. For my supporters blanket, I want to do a sample. So I want to sew together like 50 or 25 of the puff flowers, just to kind of see where we're at and what it's going to look like. The tutorial that I watched for that actually crochets them together. So I'm just kind of winging it. How hard could it be to sew some flowers together, right? Famous last words, but that's my plan. Is it going to work? I don't know. Am I going to do my best to make it work? Absolutely. Done. Literally, makeup for me takes like no time because I just don't care about it. Blush, right? We all like blush. I have 2 blushes. I don't like this one, but again, I try to use it when I can. The color just isn't right for me. But the one I really like is this Milani Cheek Kiss liquid blush. It's really good. I really want to make my youngest daughter the shark beanie, and I'll insert a picture because it doesn't have a fold over brim, and I think it might be one of the smallest patterns, the shark, for my youngest daughter, so I can actually fit it on there. If I'm wrong about that, I'll be sad, but also I just think it's so cute. I definitely did like the idea of having the double whales for them, but that's just not gonna happen. The only thing I will never walk out of the house without, I think I've done it like at night, if it's like past 7 p.m. and I'm just running out to like the corner store, my eyebrows. I have no eyebrows, y'all. I have never had eyebrows, and it has always been something I'm insecure about because like even now, the laminate eyebrows, like I like them. They look good, but laminate what? What are we laminating? I ain't got nothing. So I just do my best with what, you know, the good Lord gave me, which isn't much. And yeah, I try not to ever leave my house without my eyebrows. I feel really self-conscious. When I was younger, because I was trying to fit in or whatever, I used to make my eyebrows so like thick. If I can find a picture, I'll insert it, because what is to be embarrassed about? I was young. I used to do them like so thick, and I thought I was so cute. I wasn't, but you couldn't tell me nothing. The things we do when we're young. Okay, not bad. She looks fine. So this is what I've gotten done so far. I have to go and feed my youngest. She just woke up from a nap. But this is the second beanie. I'm doing acrylic yarn, and then I'm just not doing the slip stitching at the bottom. So when we fold over the brim, it has more room to stretch. And I'm also doing a different graph because I asked my oldest, which one she wanted, and she picked the manta ray. So we're doing the manta ray beanie for our second beanie, and look at her over there. Our first beanie is just on display there. If you saw my last video, I know that wall needs to be painted. It looks gross. Bear with me, but I'm putting a new desk right there. It's going to be like L-shaped so that I can have like work stuff, and then I can have some craft stuff on this end here. So yeah, that's the plans for that. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Here is my rendition of Anchor the Octopus. He's big. He's a big boy. I know I talked about it a lot in the video, how I really hated the color combo, and that still stands. I wish I had just waited to do the project until I could do it how I really wanted, or substituted the plush like blanket yarn for Big Twist Posh, because then I would have had enough colors to kind of do the rainbow suction cups and then a cream colored octopus. But I mean, his eyes are a little wonky. They came out weird. All in all, it was fine. I think that I would never make this again because it was a lot of work. I don't really enjoy the blanket yarn. Just the feel of crocheting with it was really hard for me. I have tight tension, and the pushing and pulling of that I did not enjoy. But maybe I would remake it in Posh yarn and just see if that was something I like. I will say for this octopus, I ended up needing more yarn than what the pattern said. And it could be because on the tentacles, you do a chain and then you crochet on both sides of the chain. But whenever I see a pattern where you have to crochet on the opposite side of the chain, I do a foundationless chain. So I just did a single crochet foundationless chain instead, and then I worked into that. It's a lot easier, and you don't have to guess, because I feel like sometimes when you're working into the backside of a chain, you're kind of guessing those stitches, right? And he was definitely a journey. I almost didn't, finish him. I marked him as a fail. I was done with him. And then I had a return to Joann's. And with that return, I used the money to buy another skein of the white to finish him out. But I was pretty much done. I was going to just say whatever and leave him half finished and put him in my whips. But I couldn't do it. My brain would not let me quit. I just had to finish it, even though it isn't exactly what I want. I was like, I'm finishing it and I'm going to close this out, because it would constantly kind of just be in the back of my brain. Like, you need to finish it. You need to finish it. That's Anchor. I'm going to prop him up in his home. I didn't have time to double check the camera, so hopefully he looks good where I've set him. Next, we are going to move on to the Tapestry beanies. I have two of them. I have the orange and the blue. I don't know how much footage I shot of me creating this blue one, because it was honestly a last minute project after this ended up being a fail. I don't know how in depth I went during the vlogging process, but because I did the slip stitches down here at the bottom and this is cotton yarn, I was not able to actually, like, no one was able to fit this. It's too small. And the reason I didn't keep going was because I ran out of yarn. So I was like, you know what? It's a size small beanie per the pattern, and I'm making it for my daughter. She's only 8. It should be able to fit. It didn't. But it only didn't fit because of the slip stitches down here at the bottom. If these hadn't been this way, she would have been able to fit this on the width. The other problem I had with her fitting it was the height of the hat was just a little bit too long. It's 49 stitches, and it just ended up looking really, really long even on this one. So this one's not gonna be for her. If I wanted to, I could wear it, but I don't wear hats. The stretch is perfect. The fit is fine. It is a little bit tall. I put it on my husband, but he only likes black, white, gray, and that's it. He's very minimal. If I asked him to, he'd probably wear it, but I don't know, he's just not interested, so I'm not gonna like force him. I do love them both. They're definitely gonna be like decorational pieces, especially this one because no one can fit it, but I still love the way it came out. And then just to show, like, this is the Lily Sugar and Cream, and it was my first time working with cotton yarn, and I absolutely hated this yarn. I still hate it. I don't like the way it feels, but like, something about it makes your stitches look so pretty, and the tapestry just looks so crisp, and like, I don't know, even just compared to the acrylic yarn, I feel like it just pops more. Do you guys see, is that like showing up on camera, just how much better the Lily Sugar and Cream pops versus like the acrylic yarn? And I don't know if it's because of how like stiff the yarn is and like that starchy feeling that it has, but I did not enjoy working with this. I do want to try working with more cotton yarns, but I think I want to try, I love this yarn, which is the name of the yarn. And then I also want to try the 24/7 cotton yarn to see which of those two is the better option. But yeah, comment down below, do you enjoy working with Lily Sugar and Cream, or what is your favorite cotton yarn? And maybe I can give that a try. I'm definitely glad that I went back and made this second beanie. It almost didn't happen. I was just gonna make this entire video after the situation with the octopus and then the beanie not fitting. I was like, this whole video is gonna be a fail. Like, I'm just gonna name it, you know, fail video all around. No completed octopus, no functioning beanie. And I honestly just couldn't live with that decision. As a beginner, you know, my goal is to keep learning and to keep growing. And to have left it at that with a half completed octopus and a non-functioning beanie, I would have just felt like I failed, which obviously I was gonna name the video like a week of fails, but like, I didn't want to feel like a failure, you know? So I went ahead and I returned the Lily Sugar and Cream that was meant for the second beanie, and that is how I purchased the yarn for the octopus. And I went ahead and did it that way, finished the octopus, created a second beanie with acrylic yarn that I already owned. And now I had something to show you that was complete and something that was functional, so I feel much, much better about this video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Comment down below what your favorite cotton yarn is, or what your favorite part about this video was. Or if you too struggle with leaving products unfinished, I would love to hear about it. Or even like what project you were creating that you just kind of failed at, so I don't feel like I'm the only one over here just making beanies that don't function. And with that, that's the end of this video. I'll catch you guys next week on Monday at 9 a.m. Again, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.